Hi, my name's Kevin. I was a cement finisher here in Anchorage, Alaska. I've been here since '72. We came up in the pipeline and I went through elementary, junior high, high school. I met a fantastic woman. We had kids, and as a result of me, my pride and ego and how I carried myself, I'd gotten into an altercation. I was a victim of violent crime where I'd lost my sight. I'd got some metal in my right eye, which rendered me blind in my right eye. It gave me an excuse to say, screw it. I alienated myself from any and everybody that meant anything to me. Abandoned my wife and my kids, and I went on a spiraling downfall that resulted in me being around people I shouldn't have been around and doing things I shouldn't have been doing. And for that, I have obtained a checkered past where I'm familiar with the Department of Corrections and what the laws can and can't do and felony stops. I went that route for about, 14 years until I had my fill of alcohol, my problems with drugs. And even that didn't change the fact of how I felt about myself. I had to lose the sight in my left eye for me to kind of open my eyes up to what was going on. And actually, even at that point in time, I still continued to think I could do what I was doing in the past. And a blink of an eye, I was rendered blind. So I was mad. I was mad at God. I was mad at myself. I carried a lot of guilt and shame around. Once I lost my sight, my brother flew up, and him and I flew down to Tennessee, and I was down there for several months. Tried to get plugged into some programs down there. The best answer I got from any of the people down there with the programs was that anything I needed to do was 6 months out. I wasn't able to get involved with any of the state programs they had down there. Without any training or any knowledge at all, they had mailed me a cane with written instructions, which I thought was pretty funny because having no knowledge on how to use the cane, what to look for, and how to do it safely, I could have gotten myself in some real trouble or put myself in harm's way. It was very hard for me to ask for help from anybody. I was raised in a way where you didn't ask for help, you didn't speak about things, and you didn't feel. So that's just the way a man carried himself, or that's the way my dad set down the laws and set down the ways, and that's how I carried myself. And the hardest thing for me to do was to ask somebody for help. I'd be starving, sitting on the couch, and just be a bitter taste in my mouth to ask my brother to fix me a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. This one time, one and only time, he brought me a glass of this Hawaiian punch, set it down on the coffee table for me, and I instinctively went to grab it, and I knocked it down, and it spilt. He had a nice big white area rug that it spilt on. It resulted in him letting me know how he felt about me spilling this Hawaiian punch on his white rug, and scolded me like a 2-year-old child. And I let him finish ranting and raving, and I explained to him that it was an accident, that he's 11 months younger than I am, and he ought not talk to me like that. And he said his apologies and realized how he had reacted, and we let bygones be bygones on that. At that point, that was just one of the many struggles that I had adjusting to being visually impaired, being blind. Living down there with my brother just wasn't making it, and I needed to get back home. For the moment I stepped through the door at the Center for the Blind, it was nothing but care and concern and open arms. Accepted me for who I was, let me learn at my own pace, and digest and give me challenges that were very gratifying. They had gone out of their way to make me feel as comfortable as possible. Cooking with Al was great. He would show me tricks and tips on how to center a pan on the burner with a wooden spoon, how to be real mindful on how to pick something out of the oven, how to grab something with hot pads, how to be very patient and slow at what I was doing. Bonnie, she's been my computer teacher and my Braille instructor, and she's blind also, and she's helped me accept and adjust and be okay with the fact that I'm blind. And just because I'm blind doesn't mean that I can't interact and carry myself as an independent, dignified individual. Being able to cross the street, a busy street at a traffic light, it's pretty exciting when you're boogieing across the street and you make it across, you know where you're at. When I'm by, big pluses is the fact that I've been here so long, and I poured concrete throughout Anchorage for a lot of years, so I know Anchorage real well. And I built a lot of these handicap ramps, so I know the layout of the radiuses of the turns, the stops, and it's just real. It's real gratifying being able to travel independently. I truly enjoy doing woodwork, working with my hands, and my manual skills class is, I work on a wood lathe, spinning at high RPMs, and I truly enjoy it. I make these fantastic, phenomenal bowls. I've been told there's people with sight in both eyes couldn't do as good a job as what they've seen me make on the wood lathe there. It's very therapeutic. It's very gratifying to be able to do something with my hands again, and something that people appreciate and can appreciate seeing. At the same time, since I've lost my sight, I've been learning to play the piano. 6 years ago, I was all about myself. I truly believe that me losing my sight was a blessing, because I had to be blind to be able to see the most important things in my life that I took advantage of for so many years. I had struggles with my kids. We didn't always see eye to eye. When I was out running amok, they weren't priority one on my list, but today they are part of my life, better now than it's ever been. I honestly feel that I am the best version of myself that I've ever been in my life. I just want to say how grateful I am to the Center for the Blind that has helped me establish to be the independent man that I am today. Thank you.